Welcome to Series 2, 101 Ways of Transforming the Way You Cook. This is commitment. This episode is commitment. So I'm going to read to you a little bit about what's written in the guide of 101 ways to transform the way you cook. The starting point to any decision in anything is commitment, right? This is what is required to create the new pathway in our life. This is essential to becoming brave, to make a stand and to commit to oneself. We are going to do this together, and every day we're going to check in to ourselves to see if we are committed in transforming the way we cook and live. Commitment, it's a big thing. You've got to stand there and say, I'm committing. I am committing to myself, to my family, in transforming the way I cook and the way I eat, right? Because if you commit, you're standing there, you're saying, that's it, I'm committing. I'm making that commitment. And the minute we do that, we're actually creating, as I said, a new pathway to our life, to the way that we see things, the way that we do things, the way that we perceive it, the way the reality of it is. We can change it, we can shape it, to use it and utilize it for ourselves, to serve us. So that commitment is important, because when we commit, we're actually saying, standing up in the ring, I'm going to do this. I am going to do this. I'm going to cook, learn how to cook properly, how to eat properly, and do it right for me. And as I do it for me, I do it for everyone around me. What do you think? Do you think that we can do that? Do you think it's possible? Because we got to check in. We've got to check into ourselves, because the minute we commit, we're slotting in. We've slotted it in and we've committed. There's something about the word commitment that makes people shut up, because then they're accountable, right? Then we are accountable to ourselves. That little voice inside saying, hey, you committed. You got to do this. That's where we need to be brave. We need courage. We need to continue, because courage is what's going to keep us standing, what's going to keep us strong. Now, courage is courage. There's so many different levels of courage. You could start with a little bit of courage and say, I'm going to try. But as you try, it's like a muscle. You started it, you've implemented, because commitment is something that you implemented into yourself, and then you've got to build on that commitment. You slowly build that muscle, that commitment muscle. Like you go to the gym, you start there and you think, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do this. But you can believe in yourself. You can do this. So you go to the gym, you have an idea in your head. I don't like the way I look. I want to change my body, change my shape, be more healthier. And you start to utilize the machines, and you start to build slowly every day. And you get up every morning and you think to yourself, oh, it's raining outside. Oh, I don't really want to do that today. It's cold. I don't want to get out of the house. I don't want to go. But you're committed. You're committed to yourself. And then you stop because it rains, or it's too cold, or you can't be bothered to get in the car and go. And slowly then that muscle doesn't get used, and then you give up. So it's the same with cooking. You make that commitment. We've committed. We together have committed, right? We're going to do this. We can. So we've committed, and so we're going to check in with ourselves every day, put a little list and say, I'm going to commit myself today. I commit myself today. Put in the date, the time, the hour, and I'm going to commit, and I'm going to try and do what Carmela's saying in 101 ways to transform the way you cook. So she's saying with the commitment every day, if I check in, my muscle of commitment will slowly grow and get stronger and stronger, right? Like the gym. So if you committed and you continued and you kept going, whether it rained, whether you couldn't be bothered, whether it was too cold, and you still kept going through that, what happens? You get stronger, right? You get fitter, right? So committing, you're going to get healthier, you're going to start eating better, and you're going to start looking at the way you cook, and you will be transformed. What do you think? Drop me down a message down there. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'd love you to subscribe and let me know on what you think about commitment. Do we use that word today? Do we commit ourselves? Like, commitment is relationships, in so many things, to jobs, to friendships. Do we just let things go? Have we become a society that we let things go and we let it all go? Or have we become a real society? Do we need to come back to the platform and listen and find that commitment? It all lies, it's all there. It's all within ourselves. It doesn't land anywhere else. It's not outside there. It's within us. Everything that we need is within us. It's when we open ourselves to it, then we start to work that and we become better. Some people say that better version of myself. I think the highest way possibly I can grow. That's my commitment to myself. I want to be as the highest version of myself. Not a better version, but the highest. Better is a saying that I'm not better. I'm not good enough. I am good enough. A higher version of myself. The most highest that I can get, because then I can only evolve. And my commitment will evolve. You have that inside of you. When you open yourself to the commitment to yourself, then you become a higher version of yourself. So join me on 101 ways to transform the way you cook. We're going to journey this through together. We will commit. First one was about exploring. This one is about committing and becoming the highest version of ourselves. Wow. What do you think? Let me know. Be great. That way we can communicate, and communication's important. The highest version of ourself, not the better version. Don't need a better version. That's saying that I'm not good enough. The highest version. Commit. Open up to the word commit and commit to be the best cook. Your cook. Not to anybody else's benchmark, but the best cook that you can cook. The highest cook that you can cook. Join me. I'll see you on the next episode. Thank you for watching, and follow me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. My website is www.carmelascucinaclass.com.au, and you are listening to 101 Ways to Transform the Way You Cook. See you in the next one. Ciao.